Everybody, so I feel the need to put this video out to answer some of your common questions that I've been seeing in the comments for my last video in part 1 of the unboxing. So let's cut to the chase. So many of you are wondering, all right, so I went to their website, I didn't see these items listed. I may or may not have seen any of these items listed in their most recent ad in Firearms News. So how did I find out about these? Well, believe it or not, one of my subscribers actually utilized my email address for my channel that's actually listed on my channel information and sent me an email and gave me a heads up on some of these items. In particular, that Smith & Wesson Victory revolver that you saw in part 1, as well as the Enfield number 2 Mark 1 Star revolver. So, you know, that's basically how I found out about them. Additionally, I think I might have seen the VZ52 barreled action in an old ad, and I may have just called James up and said, hey, do you guys still have any more of these? And that's how I found out. I speak only to James. I deal exclusively with James. I don't leave voicemail messages. I don't send emails trying to inquire about different guns that they may or may not have. I just call him up, and sometimes, you know, that can take 20 or 30 phone calls, crazy as it sounds. So that's basically what I do. Now, let's cut to the chase on pricing. Many of you are asking about pricing, and once again, I will always put this disclaimer out there. Your mileage may vary in terms of condition and in terms of price. So pricing, the VZ52 that you saw, that barreled action cost me $88. Now, by no means did my first one cost me that. My first one was twice that cost. I can only assume that maybe because stocks are extremely hard to find now that James decided to slash the cost on that VZ52 barreled action. I don't know. Or maybe it was just because it was a one-time deal for me. I do not know. He didn't tell me. He just said, hey, I'll sell you a VZ52 barreled action for this price. I'll throw in as many parts as I can. I was like, cool. So, you know, this Smith & Wesson Victory revolver you see here, it did cost me quite a bit. It was $200. Additionally, you know, this Smith & Wesson Victory revolver is missing the side plate screws, some of the side plate screws on the right-hand side. But I've already sourced those. I've already got a place with which to acquire those. I'll be getting some of those. And of course, as you saw, it was missing those grips. So he said he'd throw in a set of grips for me. So on to the Enfield number 2 Mark 1 Star. That revolver cost me $125. Now, you noticed in the video, it was missing the front sight blade. And those are actually quite hard to find. In particular, on that number 2 Mark 1 Star, that sight blade is secured with a screw. And believe it or not, it's not pinned. It's got a screw in it. Now, I did call up James after I did the unboxing on this. He said, hey, you know, I think we've got some of those. I can get you one of those. Are there any other parts you're missing? I said, I'm not really sure. I'd have to go back and take a look at all my stuff. So that would be probably the hardest thing that's going to be to find for these 3 firearms. But it sounds like he does have quite a few parts. The biggest thing, guys, you just got to talk. You got to get in touch with him. You got to be persistent. Sometimes, yes, it can take 30 calls in a day or in an afternoon, but eventually you'll get a hold of him. Sometimes I've gone 2 weeks without getting a hold of him. So they do have quite a few parts. You can call them up and ask them about that. They also have what they call, I guess, military accoutrements. They've got all kinds of like slings and holsters and bayonets and mag pouches, all kinds of stuff. So there's tons of other things out there. So stuff that they don't have advertised. Once again, you wouldn't find this out unless you talk to James. So I just wanted to get this out there to let you guys know those prices. And of course, I want to thank all my subscribers, most especially, and I want to thank everybody for your likes, your comments, your shares. You guys have no idea how much it helps the channel, and neither do I, because nobody can really make sense of the YouTube algorithm. So I've yet to figure it out. So anyway, just want to throw that out there. I'll make sure in my next video for part 2 of this to try to, part 2 of this unboxing, and try to inform you guys, you know, what I paid. Once again, your mileage may vary. I know James has stated at least once in the past, hey, you buy so much from us, you know, I'll sell you this for such and such price. So you never know. Never hurts to ask. Might give you a promotional discount. I do not know. And as always, your mileage may vary. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching and bearing with me through that horrendously long 35-minute video. But just stay tuned next time for part 2 of the unboxing. And as always, thanks everybody for watching. You guys have a great day.